Been in practice for a year and a half, took over an older practice and did a startup and started working with HIP a year ago. We had been open for about 6 months, growing pains with any practice like always. And then once we started with HIP, the initial 3-month startup of trying to get everything settled out. And then after the 3 months, it was kind of nonstop from there. In the last year, we saw a 30% growth. We had a 60% ROI, which was stellar. Any dollar past breaking even is fabulous. So it's been good as a whole. I think the biggest pluses for me has been working with Zeta as a whole. When things seem to be going all sorts of wrong, she's kind of that backbone to fall back on and say, hey, I just need some thoughts on this. And she goes 10 times over what that is. She was there to answer every question, more or less hold your hand along the way when things looked really dark. And it was like, oh wow, we're finally here now. We're seeing some good returns. We're seeing the light. It's been a true blessing to work with HIP as a whole. Could not recommend it anymore to any of my friends, families. Worst enemies, it's like, yeah, you should definitely still go with HIP as a whole. Trust the process. You know, it's one of those things where we see people every day in orthodontics. It's like, oh, I think my tooth doesn't move. It's like, yeah, just trust the process. The wires are gonna work. Just gotta let it do its thing. And as a whole, you're sitting there and you're thinking, you know, this is a big investment. And I think everybody sees it all day long. You know, it's like, yes, it's a large investment, but the return on it, it's not just the marketing that you're getting, it's the marketing, the support team, the coaching, the sitting there and saying, I don't know if I want to put it all in. And then 6 months in, you're like, why did I not do this sooner? And then a year in, I'm sitting there saying, why didn't I not just go all in sooner, but why didn't I just trust the HIP process as a whole and say, okay, you know, kind of not Jesus take the wheel, but maybe Zeta take the wheel and tell me where I need to go. And why did I not just rip the Band-Aid off from the get-go? And HIP's been that coming to the light of saying, okay, now we got it. Now we're cruising along and everything is going well as a whole. So I would say to anybody starting up, do it, trust it, give it the 6 months to actually see it. Don't just be 1 month in and say, okay, it's not working. Give it the 6 months, give it the year long to say, okay, I want to be all in. Trust what everybody else is doing because it's been great.